I'm going to show you my favorite way to open up a coconut, and I'm going to use three tools. One is a corkscrew. I'm going to use that to get the coconut water out. Then I'm going to use a hammer, and that's to crack the coconut open. And then a butter knife to pry the coconut meat out. Now, you might also want to have a glass handy to put the coconut water into, and then a storage container for the coconut meat. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the three dark spots on the top of the coconut, and then you're going to drill into that using the corkscrew. So just stick the corkscrew right in there and drill like this. Now, if you find that one of them is really hard to twist the corkscrew into, you can move on to the next one. That one's pretty hard, so you only need to open two of these. You don't need to open all three. That one is much easier. So I'm just drilling the corkscrew in, and then like you do with the corkscrew, just pop it open like that. Now you've got one hole. Let's see if the other one is easy to drill into. So, good. That one's a little bit tricky to drill into. And you're going to want two holes drilled because you're going to want one to pour the coconut oil through, and you want the other one for an air vent. So, there we go. Now I've got two holes in it. Gets a little bit gunky in there, so I'm going to go ahead and use the corkscrew to clear it out. There we go. You can see both holes in there. You don't need to do the third one. As long as you have two, you have one to pour out of and one for an air vent. So let's get the cup over here and then just pour the coconut water right out of the cup. Got a little bit messy there, but if you can get the angle just right, one works as an air vent, the other one works to pour the coconut oil out of. All right, this coconut has a lot of coconut water in it, so almost fill the cup up. That's about as much coconut water as I've ever gotten out of a coconut. So again, drill those two holes in there using the corkscrew. Use one of them to pour out of, the other one's the air vent. And now we're gonna crack open the shell. I moved outside, so now I can get a little bit messy because this part does make a little bit of a mess. I'm gonna crack open the coconut shell, and I just tap on it with the hammer all the way around. So set it down on a hard surface. I've got a nice concrete porch here. So I'm just gonna crack, just tap it, turn it, tap it, turn it. There we go. Now I've got it cracked. So I'm just gonna tap along that crack. See that? And just tap away until it cracks all the way open. There we go. So now I've got it open. Now I'm also going to want to crack a little bit more so that I can have smaller pieces to work with. And there we go. I've got two pieces. I should be able to get the meat out of those. This one's still a little bit big, so I'll go ahead and crack it a little bit more. All right, and then you can just pry it open. Maybe pry it open if you pull hard enough. There we go. So now I've got four pieces to work with. I'm going to take them back inside, and I'm going to dig the meat out. Now that we've got the coconut shell open, the next part is prying the coconut meat off. So you just get a butter knife and work it in. Sometimes it takes a little more effort. This one's actually fairly easy. So I'm just going to dig in there and pry it off. And then once you get it started, just keep working it in there and prying it open until you get it all the way off. So that one came off fairly easy. You can see this brown part's actually okay. You can eat that, or if you want, you can scrape it off. I actually like eating it, so I'm gonna keep it on there, but that's up to you. And then just go on to the next one. And that one came off fairly easy. So that's it, how to open a coconut in 3 easy steps. First, use the corkscrew and drill holes in the top, and that way you can pour out the coconut water. Then use a hammer and just take it outside. It gets a little bit messy. So just use the hammer to crack open the shell, and then use the butter knife to get in there and pry the coconut meat off. Now, I've got quite a bit of coconut water, nice supply of coconut meat, so I can enjoy. It's good. It's really good.